And if we take a live look outside, I'll have a look at what to expect for the rest of your day. It's looking like a very clear one out in Toppenish right now.
Plus, the Yakima Valley College Teachers Union has made a statement surrounding concerns with the current college president. And parents are on edge after a rash of swatting calls were made around Eastern Washington. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From KapKView Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Riley, we have made it to the weekend and it's Mother's Day weekend. Do you have any plans for Mom?
Plans for Mom? I'm actually hanging out with her tomorrow,
Oh,
doing some shopping and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to give my mom a call.
Good plan, good plan. Well, here's a look at today's forecast. If we take a live look outside in Toppenish once again, it's just that beautiful clear morning. We're going to have another couple of those for the next couple of days. So if you're planning to do anything for Mom this weekend, it's a beautiful couple of days to do that. Hot, warm day today, hot weekend that is ahead, and dry and sunny conditions for the next couple of days. As I said, just some beautiful warm conditions. Hopefully we're ready for that after the last couple of days. Been experiencing a couple of those in a row. If we take a look at our Skywatch radar, we are not seeing any condensation of any kind so far. No showers on the radar, and we're looking at some pretty dry conditions that are ahead. So we're not going to be expecting anything there. If we take a look at our temps right now, we're in the mid to upper 40s across our areas. 41 in Ellensburg and 52 degrees in Walla Walla. Still cold as you make your way out, but it's going to be heating up. 83 degrees and sunny in Walla Walla. In the Tri-Cities, we're seeing 85 degrees and Walla Walla is seeing 81 degrees. Hot day ahead, hot weekend ahead as well. I'll talk about that in my full forecast that's coming up.
Thank you, Riley. The faculty union at Yakima Valley College says they have no confidence in the college's president, claiming concerns of transparency and inability to report harassment. The union told KapKView's Emily Goodell they've taken their concerns to the president and the board of trustees, but they haven't been listening.
We don't want to be here. We had hoped that our continued attempts all year to communicate and be heard by Dr. Kaminsky and the trustees of the board would allow us to resolve our concerns amicably and in a way that was healthy and good for the college.
YVC's faculty union says so far that hasn't done the trick.
We tried to talk to the board. We've had meetings. We've filed grievances.
Over concerns like not having access to a clear-cut policy on how they pick who gets tenure.
If you write down the policy and you follow it, everybody knows what it is. And everybody can read it and everybody can understand it.
Concerns like reports of faculty members not being able to report harassment.
Investigations can find whether the harassment happened or not. Our issue is really whether people are allowed to file complaints, whether the investigation can be started, and whether the school then keeps records of that.
And about other recent changes.
We are out here today because of the abrupt closure of the BAS, Bachelor's of Applied Science in Teacher Education program in March. The layoff of 7 faculty for reasons not allowed by our contract, and the administration's misleading or outright false statements to the board of trustees and to faculty about both of these issues.
The chair of that board says they appreciate Kaminsky's work and leadership, that they've met with faculty leaders, and that the college is providing them with detailed information about policies and procedures. And YVC's spokesperson says while they're hitting pause on accepting new teacher education students this fall, while they review the program, it's not closing. But the union says they still want answers.
For years, we've been asking to be let in on the decision making that impacts our lives. We aren't asking to make the decisions. We are asking how they are made.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, KapKView Local News.
The union says they're hoping the president will take action on their concerns, or if not, that the board will take action on the president. We are learning more about Wednesday's swatting incident that impacted several Eastern Washington school districts. As we first reported, Walla Walla Public Schools received calls insinuating violence, referencing Wah High. Schools in Dayton, Pullman, and Spokane received concerning calls, but nothing violent actually happened. Meanwhile, students' parents were left waiting and texting their children during the lockdown. One mom learned about the incident through texts from her daughter and social media posts. Even though this was a hoax, she says it still hits too close to home.
It's always scary, I think, to send your kids to school after you've heard of another school shooting, another school shooting, another school shooting. And I think in the back of every parent's mind, we're thinking, when is it going to be my school? Like, will it be my kid's school?
This turned out to be an apparent swatting incident, which has happened before in Eastern Washington. In fact, Southridge High School went into lockdown in December due to a separate swatting incident. Swatting is defined as a fake emergency call meant to generate a large law enforcement response. And this video shows students running from a Spokane high school after December's swatting hoax. These types of hoaxes now on the rise, according to the Educators School Safety Network. That group says there have been 425 false reports of school shootings or bomb threats since the school year began. Security experts say technology, including artificial intelligence, has helped swatters, allowing them to disguise their voices and help make calls untraceable. A disabled boat towed to safety off the Columbia River. The Umatilla County Sheriff's Office provided this image with the rescue information. A boat with 3 people on board went adrift after 8 p.m. Wednesday night on the Columbia River near Lake Umatilla. According to the Sheriff's Office, Marine deputies helped tow the boat to the Umatilla Marina and says high water levels coupled with a low river flow rate and strong winds made that a challenge. The Sheriff's Office says it issued multiple tickets for registration violations and told the 22-year-old boat operator to do some maintenance before launching the boat again. Yesterday, Pasco opened a new transportation center named in honor of a school bus driver who lost his life in an attack nearly 2 years ago. The Richard L. Lenhart Transportation Center is a co-op between the Pasco and Findlay School District transportation departments. It will handle maintenance and operations for more than 200 buses, and it has charging stations for the electric school buses Pasco is planning to add this fall.
Within the next week or so, we should be receiving our 3 electric buses that we got on a grant. So Pasco School District is going to be the first in the Tri-Cities to have electric buses, so that would be cool. You guys can come out and check those out once we get them. We already got the infrastructure in for the chargers, so that'll be neat.
Funding for the new facility came from bonds that voters approved in 2017. A local car dealership made a major donation yesterday to help a worthy cause. Thursday morning, McCurley Subaru in Pasco presented a $42,000 check to Mid-Columbia Meals on Wheels. That organization ensures seniors in our community receive something to eat on a consistent basis. Meals on Wheels says yesterday's donation goes a long way in accomplishing its mission.
Absolutely, and it really helps us bridge that gap between what we're going to be needing to fundraise throughout the year to maintain, so we do not have to put anybody on a wait list or anything like that.
When I was new to the community, I was able to go for my first ride-along, and I didn't really understand what Meals on Wheels was until I was able to participate in that. It was an absolutely beautiful experience. I got to go into parts of the community that I hadn't seen before.
McCurley Subaru says it's been supporting Meals on Wheels for a decade and it plans to continue to do so. A Tri-Cities soccer mom is the owner of a brand new Nissan, and she only had to spend $20 to make it happen. Erin Knifton bought a $20 raffle ticket, all in an effort to raise money for the Tri-City Youth Soccer Association. All money goes towards scholarships for students who can't afford the program, taking care of the soccer fields and even installing lighting so games can start later in the day or the year. Bill and Debbie Robertson Nissan of Pasco partners with the Soccer Association, offering up a brand new car to help raise money and help youth in our communities.
And they teach the children important things, not just how to play soccer, but how important it is to be healthy and take care of your body and make good choices. They learn self-esteem and motivation and teamwork and giving back to the community themselves.
The organization says Bill and Debbie Robertson Nissan returns 10% of their proceeds every year back to the community. A regional airline wants to expand flights that service Yakima and wants community support to make it a reality. Horizon Air wants to add an early morning flight from Yakima to Seattle and a late evening return flight. The Yakima community now asked to donate to an escrow account that would protect against losses from not operating full flights. That account has $250,000 in donations and would need to essentially double that total. Cap KVUE spoke with Haley Larson, president of the Yakima Association of Realtors. She says the community wants to add the flights to help ease access in and out of Yakima. An informational meeting took place yesterday afternoon at 4 at the Yakima Convention Center on the subject. A reminder, as the temperatures begin to climb, you should not leave your pet alone inside your vehicle. Yakima Police says it is already receiving reports of pets left unattended in the heat, and that's very dangerous, even if you leave the window open. According to a Stanford study, the internal temperature of a vehicle can still reach dangerous levels even on a moderate day when outdoor temps reach only 72 degrees. Police say you can be charged with a crime for leaving pets alone in a vehicle. Well, Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
And it's going to be above those 70s that we were talking about. We're looking the 80s and possibly even the 90s. Here's a look at your first alert weather forecast. I'll be tracking the conditions for you in just a couple minutes, looking very nice and beautiful and clear outside right now.
Plus, McDonald's is in a legal battle over Chicken McNuggets and whether the company did enough to warn consumers of possible hazards while eating them.
The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze helps you sleep cooler. So no more nocturnal baking or Polar Ice Cap air conditioner mode, because the Tempur-Pedic Breeze delivers all-night cooling.
Mattress Depot USA.
Hi there, Jason Valentine here for the Great American Flag Swap. Bring your worn or tattered U.S. flag to Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking in Kennewick May 23rd and swap it for a brand new Made in the USA American flag as we celebrate America together.
At Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking, we take pride in honoring the American flag. As Memorial Day approaches, we remember those who have served for our country. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Join us this Memorial Day in honoring those who serve.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman, hustling in for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Wow.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
When you get Spectrum One, you get fast, reliable internet for $49.99. I mean, I could stop right there, but I won't because, surprise, you find out you're also getting free advanced Wi-Fi with Security Shield, which makes it an even better deal. Until another surprise, you find out you're also getting a free line of unlimited mobile with 5G. Amazing! Surprise again, you also get Speed Boost, which makes your Spectrum mobile speeds even faster when you're connected to Wi-Fi. Surprise, it's me. That's a lot of surprises. I should just popped out of that. Point is, with Spectrum One, you're gonna be very surprised by all the free stuff you get. Or you would be if I hadn't already just told you. But still, when you get in there, could you act surprised? A little something for the people in the store.
Get Spectrum One, internet for just $49.99, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile. Visit spectrum.com/surprise, a Spectrum store, or call 844-7-SURPRISE today.
The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze helps you sleep cooler. So no more nocturnal baking or Polar Ice Cap air conditioner mode, because the Tempur-Pedic Breeze delivers all-night cooling.
Mattress Depot USA.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Time right now is 6:13. Welcome back. We turn now to a legal battle over Chicken McNuggets and alleged negligence at the drive-thru. A jury has reached its decision and McDonald's is responding. ABC's Lionel Moise has the details.
In Florida, a jury has found McDonald's and a franchise owner are liable for the severe burns a 4-year-old girl suffered after coming into contact with a scalding hot Chicken McNugget. It happened in 2019 when the girl's mother, Philana Holmes, seen here at the drive-thru, handed her a Happy Meal. Somehow, a nugget ended up lodged between her daughter's seatbelt and her legs. These photos show the burns on her thighs, which her mother says left scars. She sued, saying the food was too hot and came without a warning.
And if it's preventable, it's warnable. You should warn someone about it.
The defense arguing that high temperatures are needed to cook the nuggets adequately.
Chicken McNuggets are not defective.
They are not unreasonably dangerous.
But the jury sided with Holmes, finding the McDonald's franchise was negligent and failed to provide a reasonable warning. The jury also finding that McDonald's failed to provide its franchisee with proper instructions on the danger posed by hot nuggets. The company responded saying, "For nearly 70 years, we have consistently served customers safe, high-quality food. This was an unfortunate incident, but we respectfully disagree with the verdict." Now, a different jury will decide damages. The family is seeking $15,000.
The case is reminiscent of a landmark lawsuit from 1994 when McDonald's was ordered to pay a woman $640,000 after she spilled coffee on her lap and suffered third-degree burns. Coming up, the Academy of Children's Theater is opening up its newest production tonight, performing alongside the Southridge High School Choir. And Riley Fitzgerald will return with a look at your First Alert forecast.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Tonight, 6 all-time greats.
What is grit?
Who's Caro?
What is Mean Girls?
One incredible tournament. Who will be crowned the first ever Jeopardy Masters champion?
Bring it.
Bring it. Don't bring it. Jeopardy Masters continues tonight on ABC.
It's Idol's most magical night of the year.
Disney night!
With an exclusive performance from The Little Mermaid's Halle Bailey. And your final 3 revealed.
Feels like I'm watching a Disney movie.
American Idol, live Sunday on ABC.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
This all-new Aria is an elegant EV.
Yeah, with 389 horsepower. And all-wheel drive.
It's beautiful.
It's a beast.
It's electric.
With an edge.
Oh, let's go with that.
Get a low $429 per month lease or get 2.99% financing for 36 months on the all-new Aria.
It's NBA playoffs time.
The NBA playoffs on ABC Cap KView, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Next Live.
The story of me, take 2.
From his new documentary, Still, Michael J. Fox joins Kelly and Mark on the live stage. Plus, Andrew McCarthy.
Today at 9 on Cap KView. Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
And now, Cap KView First Alert weather with forecaster Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you've had an amazing week so far. We're taking a live look outside in Toppenish right now. Beautiful clear skies across our morning so far, shaping up to be a very nice and beautiful day. We take a look at the things that are impacting you. Warm day ahead, hot weekend, that's ahead 100%, and dry and sunny conditions. We've already been talking about it. Beautiful, beautiful skies ahead of us. We take a look at our temps right now. We are seeing mid to high 40s so far. 40 degrees in Ellensburg, 52 in Walla Walla. So we're still pretty chilly this morning as you make your way outside the door. If we take a look at our future cam, once again, those dry and pretty cloudless days so far. If we take a look into Friday and Saturday, more clear conditions. Heading into Sunday as well, we're seeing just more dry and clear conditions just across the whole weekend. Lots and lots of sun on the forecast. Our temps for today, lower 80s in the Yakima Valley. If we take a look in the Mid-Columbia, we're seeing mid to low 80s. And in the blues, we're seeing upper 70s and lower 80s. Very, very hot today once we get to those highs. For tonight, we're seeing dry and clear conditions, mid to lower 50s across our region this evening. Very dry, very clear. For our wind outlook, we're seeing pretty low winds today into a little bit of a higher weekend and settling down throughout the rest of the week. Our winds are not going to be super strong, but again, it might be kind of nice as we get those hot conditions to have a little bit of wind to cool us down just a little bit. If we take a look at our temperature trend, we're currently just around 9 degrees above our average for today, picking up over the rest of the week into the 90s. Definitely going to be a hot one, going to be around 20 degrees above our average, so very, very hot days that are ahead of us. We take a look at our 7-day forecast. Lots of sun on the horizon, 80s and 90s. Overnight lows are getting warmer as well into the lower 60s. Lots and lots of sun on the way. For the Tri-Cities, even more sun. Upper 80s going into the lower 90s at the start of next work week. Once again, so much sun that's on the way. We've been seeing it for a couple days now. In Walla Walla, lots of 80s and a 90 on the way for next week. Beautiful hot day that's ahead for this weekend. Beautiful warm weekend ahead. Very dry, very clear days. Have a great Friday.
The Yakima Symphony Orchestra has a new chorus master for the 2023-2024 season. The YSO has announced Stephen S. Slusher will assume the role for the performance season. Hailing from St. Louis, Missouri, Slusher has conducted across the United States. He has a Master of Music degree in choral conducting from Southern Illinois University and a Bachelor of Music in vocal performance from Ohio Northern University. Slusher is a tenured associate professor of choral vocal activities at Yakima Valley College. He succeeds Justin Raffa, who held the role of chorus master for 8 years. Raffa's final performance will be this weekend, conducting Puccini's Messa di Gloria Saturday evening. Tonight is opening night for the Academy of Children's Theater production of Into the Woods. The cast will be performing the classic Stephen Sondheim musical alongside the Mid-Columbia Youth Symphony and Southridge Choir. Performances are tonight, May 12th and May 20th at 7 p.m. and May 13th and 21st at 3 p.m. All performances will be held at Southridge High School. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, with increased concerns of the mental health of young people, a recent report by the CDC shows some promising data.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on an XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Not the same old party when you reserve the action at Power Up Arcade. Signature cocktails and 18 taps of cold beer. And food from Proof Gastropub right next door. Bring your quarters and prepare for battle. Make your escape to the Power Up Arcade.
It's a showcase event at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco. Join us May 19th through the 21st for the Spring Showcase featuring Forest River. The first 50 people each day will be entered for a chance to win special giveaways. How about a sale on 169 RSK MSRP $40,000 plus, now just $24,990. Save over $18,000 on a 23 Vibe, now just $37,990. Don't miss the Spring Showcase only at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco.
We make camping fun.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Join us at Giza Stadium on May 17th for the second annual Salute to Seniors. At 12:30, enjoy an all-you-can-eat and drink buffet before catching the Dust Devils action at 1:30. Don't miss out on this fun-filled day celebrating our beloved seniors.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
The CDC published a new report Thursday saying there are encouraging signs about children and teens' mental health, but we have a long way to go. Researchers have been tracking ER visits related to mental health issues, including drug overdoses and suicide-related behaviors. They found that those visits decreased a bit last fall compared to the year before. But the CDC says numbers are still much higher than they were before the pandemic, showing that poor mental health is still a substantial concern. And it's not just children and teens. The American Psychological Association says stress and burnout rates are at an all-time high. And now researchers are saying offering your employees more time off could be what it takes to make them more productive.
Burnout can decrease productivity, increase employee turnover, and damage workplace culture. Burnout can also lead to chronic fatigue, brain fog, lack of focus, and difficulty sleeping. It may seem counterintuitive, but increased vacation time could be an answer that benefits both business owners and staff. Researchers from Harvard University found that increased vacation time can help reduce feelings of burnout in the workplace. An extended period of time off can allow employees to recharge and return to work with gratitude and renewed motivation. While working from home has become more common, it still may not allow for the flexibility that some may need in order to live their lives more fully outside of work hours. Vacation time allows for a moment to regain appreciation for the workplace and to take a moment to recognize the benefits of our roles at our jobs, both financially and mentally.
Coming up, the southern border attempts to deal with the recent surge of migrants since the expiration of Title 42.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bathfitter will remodel your bath in as little as one day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Here's to the moms, mamas, and mumsies. They deserve the mother of all Mother's Day treats, a DQ cake. With layers of creamy, world-famous soft serve, and a delicious fudge and crunch center. Conveniently customizable and ready for pickup from the DQ freezer. So grab yours. And let's raise our red spoons to a cake as sweet as she is. Aw, DQ, happy tastes good.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The southern border attempts to deal with the influx of migrants after the expiration of Title 42. And a major meeting between lawmakers designed to figure out a solution to the national debt limit has been postponed.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Cap KVU Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
We are well on our way to the weekend, and really there are only so many ways to describe it. Beautiful, sunny, hot. It's going to be gorgeous.
That's what I keep saying, a very clear weekend that's ahead. Very hot, beautiful. If we take a live look outside in Toppenish right now, we will see those beautiful skies. That's all we're seeing out there right now. I don't see a single cloud in sight. It's a very warm day today, but mostly we're looking at those beautiful, dry and sunny conditions. If we take a look at the things that are impacting you, once again, a very warm, hot day today, hot weekend that's ahead for our Mother's Day weekend as we approach it. And once again, those dry and sunny conditions. Beautiful day that's ahead. If we take a look at our Skywatch radar, we are seeing absolutely no precipitation of any kind right now, no showers right now as we make our way into this dry Friday. We take a look at our temps right now. We are seeing the mid to upper 40s in all of our areas. Walla Walla is seeing lower 50s right now. Still pretty cold as we make our way out of the doors. 83 and sunny in Yakima today, getting to 85 degrees in the Tri-Cities, and Walla Walla is seeing 81 degrees. Beautiful hot day today. Beautiful weekend that's ahead. I'll tell you about that in my full forecast that's coming up.
This morning, a landmark change to U.S. immigration policy is as thousands of migrants fled the southern border. Title 42 has now officially ended. It's the pandemic-era policy that allowed the U.S. to turn back migrants over health concerns. ABC's Lindsay Watts has a look at what we're seeing at the border this morning.
A surge of migrants at the southern border facing new rules this morning.
Do not believe the lies of smugglers.
In a new statement overnight, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says smugglers are spreading misinformation on social media, offering their services to migrants with promises of easy entry.
We are ready to process and swiftly remove people without a legal basis to remain in the U.S.
He says there are 24,000 Border Patrol agents at the southern border, in addition to thousands of troops and contractors. Under new regulations, non-Mexican migrants must apply for and be denied asylum in another country first, and migrants need to schedule an appointment at a port of entry using a government app. Those who don't follow those rules face deportation and will be unable to enter the U.S. again for 5 years. But for some who've made the journey, there's no turning back. This family carrying a baby in a suitcase. A man from Venezuela waits to cross in Mexico, saying, after selling everything you had to get here, how can you go back empty-handed? Up to 28,000 migrants are now in U.S. Border Patrol custody, with some facilities over capacity.
A federal judge is stopping the government from releasing migrants that are in the custody of U.S. Customs and Border Protection without court notices. The Florida judge placed a temporary block on the Biden administration in a late Thursday court filing. It means border officials cannot use one of its key tools to try to manage the number of migrants in CBP custody. The Department of Homeland Security says as of Wednesday, more than 28,000 migrants are being held by Border Patrol. Border Patrol says that is going to lead to more overcrowding at their facilities. CBP was preparing to release some of them without court dates due to the current strain on border facilities. The judge's temporary block takes effect at the same time that Title 42 ends. The judge's ruling will expire in 14 days, but the Biden administration is expected to appeal. President Joe Biden's second meeting to discuss a deal to avert a default on the national debt has been postponed. The meeting with congressional leaders was originally planned for Friday, That would have been their second in less than a week. But according to a White House spokesperson, the leaders will reconvene next week. It remains unclear exactly why the meeting was postponed. A source familiar with the matter insists the delay allows more time for staff-level talks and will ensure the leaders' next meeting would be more productive. Republicans want a House bill with spending cuts to become law, while Democrats argue for just raising the debt ceiling. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen recently warned that the U.S. could default on its obligations as soon as June 1st if Congress doesn't find a solution. If the U.S. breaches on its debt, the country could reportedly face an economic collapse and the loss of millions of jobs. Well, Riley Fitzgerald is here now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Beautiful day ahead of us. Very, very hot one today. We've been seeing it for a couple days now. Taking a live look outside in Toppenish right now at a clear, cloudless morning right now. I'll track the conditions for you in just a couple minutes.
Plus, when we come back, we'll take you up in a hot air balloon thanks to the Walla Walla Balloon Stampede.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
Clients come to us injured, burdened with medical bills, lost wages, insurance hassles. The list goes on. They're overwhelmed, so they put their lives in our hands. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wade fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at toyota.com.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Did you know that Astria Health offers the latest technology in robotic surgery with the Da Vinci Xi? Robotic surgeries are more precise and less invasive than even laparoscopic surgeries. There is less blood loss during surgery, and patients heal more quickly, getting them back to living life sooner. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to General Surgeon Dr. Ernesto Dizon or Dr. Manuel Ibanez at Astria Sunnyside Hospital to learn more. Astria Health, always here.
What attracted me to working at McCurley is just how much they do for the community. And they do a lot for therapeutic riding of Tri-Cities, which I have a personal connection with. My son Caden, he has autism and he goes there. What I love most about what I do is I am a champion for my customers. We care about our customers and making sure that they get into the best and safest vehicle possible. I'm Taylor Boyce and I'm driving change at McCurley.
Find your way home and help make an impact in our community in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda.
Take advantage of all the tax credits you can, including the new Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You could get up to $1,200 back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Era Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Era Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Every year, more people are diagnosed with skin cancer in the United States than all other cancers combined. Get the facts about skin cancer at yaktroynews.com.
Skin cancer prevention and screening available at Prosser Memorial Health. Visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Next Live.
The story of me, take two.
From his new documentary, Still, Michael J. Fox joins Kelly and Mark on the live stage. Plus, Andrew McCarthy.
Today at 9 on Cap KVU.
Time right now is 6:38. Welcome back. Earlier this week, the 2023 Walla Walla Balloon Stampede blasted off from Tieton Park. About half a dozen hot air balloons were sent off to fly through the sky around 6 in the morning.
This is the 47th annual Balloon Stampede to fly over Walla Walla, and I got the chance to go up in a hot air balloon once again. Let's take a look. Flying thousands of feet in the open air sounds terrifying, perhaps crazy, and again, absolutely terrifying. But flying thousands of feet up, or even just barely off the ground, is not as mad as it sounds.
You'll be safe, and you'll realize that in about 10 minutes, you're like, wait a second, okay, this is good. They're looking over the edge, they're dancing, you know what I mean? They're having a great time, and they realize that they're able to help conquer that fear. And there's nothing more gentle than a hot air balloon to be able to help conquer that fear.
Hot air balloon pilot Derek White says sailing through the sky is a feeling you won't get anywhere else.
Everybody should be in a hot air balloon at least once. The feeling is unmatched. The serenity and just like what you feel is incredible.
He'd been involved in the Walla Walla Balloon Stampede for years before making the jump into piloting.
And I said, you know what, I've waited long enough. This has been a passion for far too long. I've been helping for so many years. Like I want to be a pilot. And I can't tell you how much of a joy it has been to take that full circle from that crew coming out every day on the field and helping with all the balloons and seeing all the action to being right there in the center of it.
Born and raised in Walla Walla, Derek has the passion so many others do in Walla Walla, the city with a small town feel. Anywhere else it might be rare to see a hot air balloon, but for Walla Walla residents, it's a pretty common sight to see them floating across the sky. You can't help but be inspired by the giant orbs moving through the sky.
It's so much fun to be in the air. It's even more fun to be in the air with your family.
Derek's brother and mother are both hot air balloon pilots as well. He says going up in a hot air balloon is something to do at least once.
They call it a bucket list item for a reason, and it truly is because it's unmatched.
And I'll vouch for that. By the end of a flight in a hot air balloon, you're envious of the clouds and the birds because, I mean, this is always their view. In Walla Walla, Riley Fitzgerald, Cap KVUE Local News.
Oh my goodness, and it's so great to see the hot air balloons from the ground, but the view that you got of them when you were in the air was even better.
It's so fantastic, and it's about 6:40 right now, and about this time is also when they're in the air. So if you're in Walla Walla right now, there's likely some hot air balloons that are in the air right now. I would highly encourage to go take a look. They're just so beautiful. It's so beautiful to watch from the ground, from the sky, wherever you are. It's so awesome.
Go look at the skies. And there are more chances to see the hot air balloons soar through the Walla Walla skies this weekend. Tonight is the Night Glow, where balloons light up at Titan Park. Balloon inflation begins at 8:15 p.m. and they're also flying on Saturday and Sunday mornings.
So exciting, so beautiful. And if you look to the skies right now, you might see a very clear condition. Unless you're in Walla Walla, then you'll see, you won't see any clouds in the sky, but you will see those hot air balloons. I'll have your first alert weather forecast that's coming up. We will track the conditions for you.
And a verdict has been reached in a Washington murder case that went cold over 30 years ago. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Stan, who is that? Okay, Roy, I went to the basement, found a weird portal, went through, found myself in a prehistoric valley, talked to a couple dinos, told them about Triple Play. They wanted to check it out. Here we are. Wow!
Hi, Roy.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She'll leave whenever we're ready. I'm ready.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it with Mavorite.
Cure it with Mavorite. Mavorite cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavorite stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavorite with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavorite.
Ask your doctor about Mavorite. AbbVie could help you save.
Did you know the most common mosquito in our area can travel 5 to 8 miles? Here at Benton County Mosquito Control, our objective is to provide effective mosquito control for your home, neighborhood, and community. Our friendly mosquito control technicians use mosquito population monitoring, educational programming, and a variety of field techniques to reduce mosquitoes in your area. Reduce areas of standing water around your home to help control mosquitoes. For more help, give us a call or visit us online at www.mosquitocontrol.org. Benton County Mosquito Control, where your comfort and health become a priority.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Come celebrate Pingree Ford's 95th year of serving the Yakima Valley. We've come a long way since Harold Pingree opened our dealership just a year before the Great Depression. It's hard to believe that in 1932, we made only one car sale and even accepted sacks of potatoes as payment. Today, we continue as a family-owned business focused on providing exceptional service to our loyal customers. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Make an experience this weekend to Vapiano. Relax in the country, experience the wine, and share in the joy. Vapiano awaits you and your friends. Make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estate and Winery. Slow down, enjoy the journey.
This newscast sponsored by the Working Family Tax Credit. And now, KapKVU First Alert Weather with forecaster Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We're taking a live look right outside in Toppenish. Very clear skies right now, and we're going to be seeing that kind of all over our regions. Not a whole lot of clouds that are going to be affecting us today. It's a very warm day. Hot weekend, that's ahead. We're going to see a lot of sun and some dry conditions. So ahead, it's just a very warm, very couple days. If we take a look at our temps right now, we are seeing the mid to upper 40s in a lot of our regions. We're seeing the 50s in Walla Walla right now. Ellensburg seeing lower 40s at the moment. Still pretty cold as you make your way out the door. Taking a look at our futurecast, just more of those clear conditions across our Friday night clear as well into Saturday. Just nothing going on in terms of any showers or barely any clouds as well. Making our way into Saturday, we might see some more clouds, and into Sunday, just beautiful clear skies ahead. Kind of unrelentless is going to be the heat as we experience some very hot couple of days. Our temps today, we're going to be seeing the lower 80s in the Yakima area, mid to lower 80s in the Mid-Columbia, and Walla Walla upper 70s, lower 80s. Very hot day that's coming. For tonight, we're seeing dry and clear conditions, mid to lower 50s across the area. Our overnight lows are heating up though, so don't be too worried too much. If we take a look at our wind conditions, we're starting out pretty low today, picking up a little bit for our weekend and leveling out throughout the rest of the week. So our winds are not going to be very high today, maybe a little bit for your weekend, but your weekend is going to be quite hot, so those winds might help to alleviate some of that heat. Into the rest of our week, we're still going up quite a bit. Right now, we're sitting at about 10 degrees above our average, making our way to almost 15 to 20 degrees above our average, just heating up continuously. It's feeling just quite a lot like summer. For our 7-day forecast, we're seeing a lot of 80s and 90s on the way and a whole lot of sun, picking up the temps as we get into next week. Upper 50s, lower 60s for our overnight lows all across the area. For the Tri-Cities, 80s and into the 90s for the start of next work week, and lots of sun in Walla Walla. 80s across the board till we get to next week. Maybe we'll see some 90s in Walla Walla as well. Hot day ahead of us, hotter weekend that's coming. Have a great Friday.
Now to the update on a trial involving a cold case murder more than 30 years old. A jury has convicted a man in a 1991 murder in Western Washington. Sebastian Robertson brings us this update.
We, the jury, find the defendant Patrick Leon Nicholas guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree.
59-year-old Patrick Leon Nicholas is now a convicted killer, found guilty of killing 16-year-old Federal Way High School student Sarah Yarborough in 1991. He was also found guilty of committing the crimes with sexual motivation.
Is it the verdict of the jury?
More than 30 years ago, as news of Yarborough's killing rocked Western Washington.
When I think about it, it brings a lot of bad feelings back. And it just, sometimes I sit back and go in my room and just cry because it was so hard.
Yarborough was an honor student, a member of the drill team. And investigators say in December of 1991, she was alone in her school parking lot 45 minutes before practice was supposed to start. Soon after that, two 12-year-old boys report seeing a man in a trench coat. Say they then saw the body of a girl wearing a drill team member uniform lying motionless on her back. Their description led to this sketch. Thousands of tips came in.
If you know the man who killed at Federal Way High School, then police say you will have recognized the odd changes in his behavior. If so, they need to hear from you.
More than a decade later, 2004, DNA left at the scene is tested, but there's no match. In 2019, a genealogy website contracted by the King County Sheriff's Office gets a hit, DNA that matches Nicholas. Investigators track down Nicholas in Kent, Washington, collect a cigarette butt, and match that to the 1991 crime scene. 31 years and 4 months after her death, Patrick Leon Nicholas is convicted of murder.
A sentencing hearing is scheduled for Thursday, May 25th. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, country singer Jimmy Allen sued.
Soundtrack with a song in the dark. I miss those days when our dreams were there for chasing.
His day-to-day manager says she was subject to assault and threats to stay silent. Filing documents state Jane Doe began working for Wide Open Music in 2020, assigned to Allen, whom she says sexually abused her at red lights, in green rooms, on airplanes, and in other places she was required to be to support him at events. The singer-songwriter admits to the extramarital affair, but says during the nearly 2 years it went on, she never once accused me of any wrongdoing, and she spoke of our relationship and friendship as being something she wanted to continue indefinitely. So what happens next in this case? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look. I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
The ABCs of CKD. A is for awareness, because knowing that your chronic kidney disease and type 2 diabetes could progress to dialysis is important. B is for belief that there may be more you can do. Just remember that K is for kidneys and Kerendia. For adults living with CKD and type 2 diabetes, Kerendia is proven to reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis. Kerendia is a once-daily tablet that treats CKD differently than type 2 diabetes medications to help slow the progression of kidney damage and reduce the risk of cardiovascular events, such as heart attacks. Do not take Kerendia if you have problems with your adrenal glands or take certain medications called CYP3A4 inhibitors. Kerendia can cause hyperkalemia, which is high potassium levels in your blood. Ask your doctor before taking products containing potassium. Kerendia can also cause low blood pressure and low sodium levels. So now that you know your ABCs, remember K is for kidneys. And if you need help slowing kidney damage, ask your doctor about Kerendia.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:51. We're going to get to Riley's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. The faculty union at Yakima Valley College says they have no confidence in the college's president, claiming concerns of transparency and inability to report harassment. The union says it has been trying to talk with President Dr. Kaminsky and the Board of Trustees, but it hasn't gone anywhere. They also are upset about the college's closure of the BAS teacher education program without warning. However, the college spokesperson says the program is simply under review, not being closed. We're learning more about Wednesday's swatting incident that impacted several eastern Washington school districts. Walla Walla Public Schools received calls insinuating violence, referencing Wa High. Schools in Dayton, Pullman, and Spokane also received concerning calls, but nothing violent actually happened. This turned out to be an apparent swatting incident, which has happened before in eastern Washington. This video shows students running from a Spokane high school after December swatting hoax. These types of hoaxes now on the rise, according to the Educators School Safety Network. That group says there have been 425 false reports of school shootings or bomb threats since the school year began. Security experts say technology, including artificial intelligence, has helped swatters, allowing them to disguise their voices and help make calls untraceable. A disabled boat towed to safety off the Columbia River. A boat with 3 people on board went adrift after 8 p.m. Wednesday night on the Columbia River near Lake Umatilla. According to the Sheriff's Office, Marine deputies helped tow the boat to the Umatilla Marina. The Sheriff's Office says it issued multiple tickets for registration violations and told the 22-year-old boat operator to do some maintenance before launching the boat again. Yesterday, Pasco opened a new transportation center named in honor of a school bus driver who lost his life in an attack nearly 2 years ago. The Richland L. Lenhart Transportation Center is a co-op between the Pasco and Findlay School District transportation departments. It will handle maintenance and operations for more than 200 buses and has charging stations for the electric school buses Pasco is planning to add this fall. A local car dealership made a major donation yesterday to help a worthy cause. Thursday morning, McCurley Subaru in Pasco presented a $42,000 check to Mid-Columbia Meals on Wheels. That organization ensures seniors in our community receive something to eat on a consistent basis. Meals on Wheels says yesterday's donation goes a long way in accomplishing its mission. McCurley Subaru says it's been supporting Meals on Wheels for a decade and it plans to continue to do so. And a Tri-Cities soccer mom is the owner of a brand new Nissan, and she only had to spend $20 to make it happen. Erin Knifton bought a $20 raffle ticket to raise money for the Tri-City Youth Soccer Association. Bill and Debbie Robertson Nissan of Pasco partners with the Soccer Association, offering up a brand new car to help raise money and help youth in our communities. The organization says Bill and Debbie Robertson Nissan returns 10% of their proceeds every year back to the community. And an update, yesterday morning, Governor Inslee signed a new law changing the rules about what happens when a battery is all used up. Starting in 2027, businesses that sell batteries or anything with batteries in it will have to be part of a battery stewardship organization. The goal is to make it easier to recycle batteries since they need special handling and shouldn't go in the trash or the regular recycling bin. The Yakima Symphony Orchestra has a new chorus master for the 2023-2024 season. The YSO has announced Stephen S. Slusher will assume the role for the performance season. Hailing from St. Louis, Missouri, Slusher has conducted across the United States. He has a Master of Music degree in choral conducting from Southern Illinois University and a Bachelor of Music in Vocal Performance from Ohio Northern University. Slusher is a tenured Associate Professor of Choral Vocal Activities at Yakima Valley College. He succeeds Justin Raffa, who has held the role of Chorus Master for 8 years. Raffa's final performance will be this weekend, conducting Puccini's Messa di Gloria Saturday evening. And tonight is opening night for the Academy of Children's Theater's production of Into the Woods. The cast will be performing the classic Stephen Sondheim musical alongside the Mid-Columbia Youth Symphony and Southridge Choir. Performances are tonight, May 12th and May 20th at 7 p.m. and May 13th and 21st at 3 p.m. All performances will be held at Southridge High School.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. A beautiful clear sky ahead of us right now, live in Toppenish. Outside, warm day, hot weekend that's ahead. Our conditions very dry, very sunny. If we take a look at our futurecast, we can see just how dry it is. There is not a whole lot going on in terms of showers. Some clouds coming around, but not a whole lot. Mostly dry and clear skies. Saturday morning into Saturday evening, just a couple clouds, but mostly clear, beautiful skies that are ahead of us. A lot of sun that's on the way. If we take a look at our temps right now, we are seeing the upper 40s and the lower 50s. So we've got some nice conditions ahead of us. A lot of room to grow today. So we make our way out the door. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but once again, we are getting quite warm for the rest of your day. If we take a look right here today, lower 80s in the Yakima Valley, mid to lower 80s in the Mid-Columbia, and in the Valley, we are in the Blues, we are seeing upper 70s and lower 80s. Jill, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Cap KVUE Local News is back tonight at 5, and you can find the latest updates on yaktrynews.com.